right? If that was fun and it made you smile, put a 1 in the chat. It's awesome. Welcome in, everybody. 1-ish. Wow. Where's my tough crowd? Tough crowd. Welcome in, everybody. I love it. Hey, how are you, lovely? I need more of that. Yes. Same. And it's been frustrating and awesome to be studying for play. I'm like, okay, yes. Let me get some, hold on. Okay, thank you, Kristen. Is it, I always forget, is it Kristen or Christine? And I don't want to keep calling you the wrong thing, so I'm just going to ask. I'm being really vulnerable. I care, and I don't want to bug up your name. Just ignore you. Okay, Megan. Look. Okay, I said it right the first time. I was like, you put it back in there, and I was like, does that mean Kristen? Okay. That made me sweat. Like, I was nervous. All right. What was I looking for? Welcome in, everybody. I don't know. If I missed a comment, I'm sorry. Okay. Aw, you got a puppy. Awesome. That was funny, right? I know, I was like, that made me sweat more than dancing. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. Tonight, we are talking about play. Now, I want to know what happened to your body when I said play. Let's just slow down. When I said play, what happened? I feel it in my stomach and a little bit in my chest. So right in my gut and a little bit in my chest. And what does that feel like for me? A little bit of pressure, a little bit of like excitement, which can also feel like butterflies. Sometimes that can also feel like anxious a little bit. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, butterflies, same. Thank you. I appreciate you. Welcome in. Light Language Mystic, welcome in. If you guys are not following her content, you should pick her up. Butterfly is nervous, yes. Okay, so let's just take some breaths. That was fun. So let's kind of like shift gears. It can be uncomfortable, yes. Definitely. Crazy guy, welcome in. So I'm going to take 3 breaths. No judgment breaths. Just take 3 breaths of your own breaths. Okay? Welcome back, Timbo. Take 3 breaths. Okay. Perfect real life example. Before I hopped on this live, I was stressed. I tried to go live from my computer. Some of you may have saw me on and you couldn't hear anything. Nothing was working. And I was like, my goodness. Okay, so I got off that and I jumped on my phone and I was feeling really like constriction in my chest, pressure and feeling behind. What does that feel like? What does feeling behind in my body feel like? Weight. A lot of weight on my shoulders and on my chest. Elena, welcome in. And I was like, you know what? I need to shake out this energy. For me, the best way I can shake off energy if I'm not like running or walking or outside. And in fact, this is my go-to. I love dancing. I love dancing. It gets out that big excess energy. It shakes off the adrenaline and cortisol. It helps release those. And it allows me to shift from being in survival into play. So it allows my body to shift from sympathetic mode to parasympathetic mode, which activates and tells my nervous system, hey, you are safe. And in this moment, even if it's just this moment, you're not under threat. It allows my body to relax. It allows me to think better. We're going to talk about all that stuff. We're going to talk about the different kinds of play, and we're going to talk about how play affects our whole physiology. Okay? So if you have questions, throw them in the chat. I have my amazing mods here. We have Holly and Tara, the Fire Beneath the Mask. These are my two amazing girlies. They got my back. They got your back. They're here to help anything not anything that you need. They can't DoorDash you something, okay? But they're here for all your TikTok questions for this chat, all right? So let's throw some love in the chat for the mods. And remember that they're there. They're watching. If you need something, if I miss something, just tag one of them. Okay? Excuse me. All right, so, we are going to talk about play. We're going to talk about why play can feel unsafe. We're going to talk about I'm going to touch a little bit of these. Remember, this is a Sacred Middle preview. You guys, at 5 o'clock, we go straight to the Sacred Middle, which is a small group coaching session for women, and we dive deep into this. We're going to talk about how play affects our relationship and connection with food. We're going to talk about video games and our men in video games and how we play or how we don't play, all of that. Okay, so some people never learned how to play. Yes. And we're going to talk more about that because a lot of people, that's one of the big things. Before we kind of jump into it, I just want to take the shame out of if you don't like playing, if you feel like you can't play, if playing triggers your whole body, or if playing feels like pressure, or it feels like you're crawling out of your skin, that makes sense. And I would put money that in your childhood, play was not safe. Okay? Yeah. And what I want to say is that there is a lot of judgment around play, especially parents and play, types of play, and play in relationships, all of these things. Play can look so very different, right? When we say play, most of us go straight to the childlike play, right? The big movement, active play. So we'll just jump right in here and we're going to talk about a few of the ways that we play. Where we at? So there's 8 forms of adult play. And we're only going to talk about some of them here, and then we will talk about the rest in the sacred middle. Where's my list? Oh, okay, my list doesn't want to be there. It's fine. It's gonna just continue to be day. We're just gonna take a deep breath. It's all good and good, right? So while we're doing that, welcome in everybody. Allie! Which part blew your mind, light language mystic? Weeks, years, yes. Let's see. Maybe it, Also, you guys, this book was one of my main sources for this topic. It is, I'm really, really enjoying it. I learned so much in this. Just G, welcome in. Well, and also too, right, and that makes so much. What is your first name, unless you just want me to call you Light Language Mystic? That is extremely common in SA. Nez. Oh, beautiful name. Okay. And this is why we're talking about this. We're going to talk more about it in the sacred middle, just so we can dive a little bit deeper, because TikTok, you can't say a lot of words. But what I want to say about all of that is a lot of people have felt broken or something's wrong with them, and have even been told that, and a lot of shame around play. Like, oh, you know, especially if you're a mom or you have, you know, maybe siblings who like to play, but a lot of shame around being a parent and not wanting to play that childlike play. There's been a lot of shaming and judgment around that. And then in relationships too, you know, if you have a playful partner and you are not that physical touch type play person too, people can put that as part of your identity instead of just your nervous system reacting and keeping you safe. Can I get a 1 in the chat if that is making sense and if this is landing? Welcome in, everybody. So much judgment. Thank you also, Tara, for bringing that up. Do you guys have any questions while I'm looking this up, while I'm looking for this? I thought I had a list. Like, we're automatically supposed to enjoy kid play. And in fact, the more that I talk about this, I have gotten quite a few messages since I've been making these TikToks of, I thought I was the only mom. I'm gonna get emotional. I thought I was the only mom who didn't like play. This is a heavy topic for parents. I'd rather let him kid play, and then when he's ready for snuggles, I'm all for that. Yes. Yes. So there's 8 types of adult play. I'm going to talk about 4 of them here, and then we'll talk about the other 4 in the sacred middle. I'm going to go over them really fast, and then you guys can ask questions. I just want to kind of throw some information at you, and I also really want to talk about how play affects our physiology. Okay, so we got mastery play. Why adults love this. It's predictability, it's safety, right? So games, puzzles, this makes so much sense. Coding, crafting, leveling up, video games, anything that makes the brain compete, focused, and in control. Those of us who everybody in this damn room loves control on both sides of the pendulum, right? So creative play, art, writing, cooking, decorating, designing, music, DIY projects. Oh no, me either. Yeah. Play that lets you express something without rules. And why it matters is creativity reopens the parts of the brain shut down by survival. Okay? Sensory play, textures, nature, movement, water, sand, aromatherapy, body-based play, play that comes through the senses, not the mind. Why it helps sensory input calms the amygdala and grounds the body. Social play, laughing, storytelling, right? That control, got a predictability to keep it safe. Social play, laughing, storytelling, connecting, flirting energy, group activities, play that happens through interaction rather than tasks. Okay. And why it matters? Co-regulation builds trust. Co-regulation. Quiet solo play, reading, gardening, organizing, journaling, exploring your own world, play that doesn't require anyone else's energy. Why this helps? Lets the nervous system explore without being watched. That just made my shoulders drop, right? Physical play, movement, stretching, dancing, hiking, sports, body-based fun, play that uses the body to release tension. Why it matters? Movement discharges survival energy. Like I was telling you guys, when we first started, I like to dance and release that extra cortisol and adrenaline that's pumping through my veins. Imagine, oh, we're going over. I gave you guys more than 4. You sneaky little bastards. That was actually my fault, not your fault. I gave you guys more. Okay, that's it. That's all you get for the types of play. Come to the Sacred Middle if you want to find out more. All right, what I want to talk about is, if you have questions, throw those in the chat. So some of you never learned how to play. Some used to love play and lost it. Some shut down during play. Some just hate play. And some want to feel playful, but their body won't let them. These are all saying the same thing. The nervous system is just trying to stay safe. Okay? These are not who you are. This is your nervous system telling a story. It's not safe. Okay? Or it hasn't been safe. Now, again, what I want to say is not everybody is going to like all different types of play. So many have also, Timbo. But here's the thing is you can get that, you can recreate that. We feel like as adults we can't. Oh, shoot. What was I going to say? I forgot. It must have not been important. Crap. I need to get my notes out because my brain's going miles. My brain is going 1,000 miles a minute. I missed what was pinned. Sorry if it was important. Welcome back, Jared. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you. Does the word play land as light, heavy, numb, or confusing in your body? Does the word play land as light, heavy, numb, or confusing in your body? Thank you. I appreciate you. Does the word play land as light, heavy, numb, or confusing in your body? Oh, I love that, Holly. Heavy, heavy. Yeah. Expectations from others, pressure, yeah. Confusing. That heaviness. Do you freeze or get irritated when someone tries to be playful with you? Do you freeze or get irritated when someone tries to be playful with you? Irritated. Lots of heavy. Irritated. And what? Yeah, that makes sense. Depends on who and the mood. What part of play feels threatening or irritating? Noise, expectation, unpredictability, or being watched? I'm going to say those again. Which part of play feels threatening? Noise, expectation, unpredictability, being watched. For me, 1000% noise. Noise, expectation, unpredictability, and being watched. Being watched and expectations. Expectations and unpredictability. Expectations. Charmaine, welcome in. So right off the bat, the expectations, I would get curious, like in your childhood, I'm talking about in general. In your childhood, was there pressure to perform around play? Or were you not allowed to play? What kind of restraints or expectations or trauma was around play? Right? That would make sense that play would land in your body like that. Pressure from dad with sports. So all of this, you guys, Katie, Megan, it makes sense why our nervous system would react the way that it does to play. Was never taught how to. So play and pleasure are like cousins. They're like sisters. Where is it that I wanted to talk about that? So if pleasure wasn't safe, play also would not have been safe. So that goes right into what you were saying, Megan, right? Pleasure. If that wasn't safe, then that would make a lot of sense why play might be confusing or not safe either. Throw your questions in the chat if you have them. But I want to hear, based on Stuart Brown's research and lots of other research, this is the book that I was talking about. How do you think that, sorry, Ness. I'm sending you a warm hug. And if this topic is hitting you guys, because we're talking about a lot, it's triggering a lot of our childhood, probably a lot of things that don't feel safe in our body, I just want to pause right here. I just want to notice what's going on in our body. And if you want, just remind it that in this moment it's safe. Because talking about all of these things and about childhood sends your body back to these moments. And logically, we can know that we're not there, but our body doesn't. Okay? So you can do whatever feels right for you. You can pinch your ear, you can tap, and you can just let your body know that in this moment, you're mostly safe. Okay? Because your body's like, bitch, we're not safe. And so we don't want to lie to it, right? We want it's something to believe in. So you can say it's mostly safe. We're mostly safe. And that little girl or that little boy, who's scared, who experienced all that stuff, just wants to be seen right now. We don't need to fix it. We don't need to change it. We don't need to do anything except for just say that we see you. And in this moment, we're mostly safe. I want to say this. I am deeply passionate about. It's not about never being dysregulated. It's not about making these feelings go away. I'm going to hold you so close when I say this. It is about learning how to not abandon yourself in these moments. That's what I help you learn how to do. I'm not trying to teach you how to never be dysregulated. We're human. That's going to happen. What I walk you through and teach you how to do is not abandon yourself in these moments. Okay? You're not failing because you get dysregulated. You're not broken because you can't do these things. Your body is sending you a message that something is happening and I need you. And all we've ever done is try to escape that feeling, and we leave ourselves, we abandon ourselves. Okay, so it's in these moments that can feel uncomfortable, shaky, nauseous, jittery, where all we have to do is say, I see you. You can do something to let your body know that you're here. Okay? You can hum. This helps regulate. This helps your nervous system go from sympathetic to parasympathetic. Okay? It's not about never getting dysregulated. It is about learning how to not abandon yourself in the spirals, in the mess, in the pain, in the fuckery of life. Okay? That's what it's about. What's up, buddy? I'm alive.
You're alive?
Mm-hmm.
Can I say hi?
Sure.
Where is it?
It's right here.
Okay. Is anyone home?
I don't know.
Do you know when Dad's getting home?
No. Oh, 2 hours. Everybody said hi.
What?
People said hi. Okay. My little not so little dude. Thank you guys. If that hit, can you put a 1 in the chat? Welcome in, Wendy. Welcome in, everybody. Okay. Awesome. I see y'all. Yes. Okay. I see you, Mom. Okay. So play is first of all, what I want to say is work is not the opposite of play. Do you know what the opposite of play is? Let's see if we can guess it. What is the opposite of play? I already gave you a hint. It's not work. What is the opposite of play? Nope. Timbo was the closest so far. You're going in the right direction. Closer, y'all. So you guys are in the ballpark. Rocky! So the opposite of play is depression. The opposite of play is depression. Rocky's all, I know the answer. Yep, ding, ding, ding. The opposite of play is depression. We often think the opposite of play is work, or the opposite of play is rest, right? And that makes sense. But the opposite of play is depression. So we're going to talk about a few of the ways. Ooh, it's already 4:50. We have like 5 more minutes-ish. Okay, so really fast, we're going to talk about what Stuart Brown's research talks about play and how it affects our physiology, okay? So play isn't childish. Guess what play is? Play is regulation. Play is regulation. It lives in the same brain circuits that help you feel safe enough to explore, feel pleasure, and connect. So when you come to me and you say, I have had trauma in my childhood, it would make sense that play would be not something that you feel super connected to as an adult. Because if play lives in the same brain circuits as feeling safe and safe enough to explore and feel pleasure, if you have had, especially for people with SA, all of those things are not safe. Pleasure, exploring, safety, not connection, none of that, right? So if you have had any childhood trauma, then it would make sense to feel disconnected in some sense to play if they live in the same brain circuits. So play affects. What else do you think play affects? What other physical attributes or yes, cortisol. It does, lowers cortisol. But so let's see. What does hold on. Let's see. Yes, it does. I think I asked the wrong question. Play is often phased out in childhood trauma and survival instincts takes place. Yeah, of course. That makes so much sense, right? Okay, so let me change the question. You guys did great. You did what I asked. What does play improve? Happiness, creativity, stability. Yeah, because of safety, right? It helps create safety. Oops, we're not doing types. Oh, come. This is third one. Third one's a charm, right? Okay. Stability, creativity, pleasure, imagination. Guess what? Guess our thoughts. Sheila's going in the right direction. Play improves memory. And I hear all of you right now like, oh, that makes so much sense why I'm so forgetful. I mean, it could be other things, okay? This is not a whole thing. Yes, see? I knew, Katie, right? Play improves memory. Because play shuts off the brain senses of threat. So when we go into threat, the dorsal part of our brain shuts down, which is the being able to process information. So when we are in survival, right, when that threat shows up, it makes sense that it would be harder to work, harder to create, harder to remember shit, because that part of your brain is shut off. So when stress spikes, the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that explores, imagines, and plays, goes offline. I think I might have said dorsal. So the prefrontal cortex, okay? The amygdala takes over. The body moves into survival. This is why some people shut down in play, why some get overstimulated, why some go completely numb, and some try to perform play but can't feel it. It's just your one nervous system trying to keep you safe. Yes, threat hijacks our normal senses. So safety makes play possible. Survival shuts it down. I'm so glad that you're getting something out of it, Charmaine. I've got to get this book. Who's the author again? Yes. It's Stuart Brown. Stuart Brown. Stuart Brown play. Yes, there are a few more seats. We are going to continue. We barely scratched the surface of this topic. We're going to talk about, let's see. I wrote it all down because I knew, I got to do a puzzle, play a game. Oh, shoot. I failed. You had one job, Amber. Okay, let's see. We're going to talk about the rest of the forms of play, why joy feels dangerous, how play affects depression and memory. We talked a little bit about it, why someone can't feel pleasure, why some can't feel pleasure. A lot of men get a bad rap about video game playing. And I wish that I could talk about this topic for like a week straight, because play connects to so many things. It connects to food, our relationship with our food. Play connects to our relationship with food. Next to our relationship with food. Okay? Mind blown. Oh, thanks. Yes, that's a great example. Love food. Yeah. Okay. How to find your safe version of play. How to find your safe version of play. And how to rebuild play when you've lived in survival too long. Okay. The last thing that I want to say about this is, before we end tonight, is a few things. One, I want to take the shame out of however the fuck you feel about play. Okay? I want you to know that it makes sense. That you're not broken. You're not defective. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not behind. You're not a bad person, not a bad parent, not a bad mom. I invite you to get curious about play, about what happens to your body. We're not fixing it. We're not changing anything. And if you want more help, you want me to walk alongside you, if you want me to teach you how to stop abandoning yourself in the spirals, in the dysregulation, go right now. Book a free 30-minute connection call with me. It's free. 30 minutes. One-on-one time with me. And then if you want to work with me further, awesome. I can help you learn how to stop abandoning yourself in the mess. Because what I want to tell you, okay? What I want to tell you is, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There's no fucking butterflies and rainbows. There's no magic fix. We are humans. We were always going to be dysregulated at some points. If you are never dysregulated, that is a concern. That is bypassing, numbing. And if you want to know more about that, book that 30-minute call. A lot of people use healing to bypass the motherfucking feeling. Because why? Feeling is uncomfortable so much. So we use healing, we use spirituality, we use all of these things to bypass it, and then wonder why we still don't have the life that we want. Or we're not where we think that we should be. Because keep skipping the part about feeling. Why? Because we don't know how to stay with ourselves in these moments. Why? Because we were never fucking taught that. We weren't taught that. But that's what I want to teach you how to do, is to be a human and not abandon yourself. There's so much shame around still spiraling, so much shame around being dysregulated. No, that is healthy, because we need that part of us. It's all what helps keeps us in safe situations. It allows us to know what's happening in our body and in situations. We don't want to get rid of those parts. We want to learn how to not abandon ourselves in those spaces. Y'all got me up on fire. Okay. Can I get a 1 in the chat if you're with me? Awesome. Awesome. So next week we are going to talk about I'm changing what we're talking about next week. Okay, ready? Next week, we're talking about labels. Next week, we're going to talk about labels. The good, the bad, and the ugly about labels. Okay? If you have a topic that you want me to talk about, message me. Okay? And if you are a chickie, if you're a girl, thank you, Mom, I appreciate you. If you are a woman who spirals and gets dysregulated and wants help learning how to not abandon herself, message me here on TikTok. All you have to say is spiral. That's it. That's all you have to say. And I will reach out to you. That's it. Message me spiral. And if you're a man, message me. If I help you too. If you are a man as well who wants to learn how to stay with himself in the mess, in the spirals, in the dysregulation, got you. Message me spiral. All right, amazing humans. Remember what? Fuck perfect. We're not here to be perfect. Fuck perfect. We're creating safety. And that means we're going to do it messy. Okay? So, if you want to learn more about play, hop over to the Sacred Middle. I will see you there. Thank you. I'll see you guys next week. Have an amazing fucking day. Bye.